Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and this is Season 3, Episode 1 of An Englishman Abroad, where we are out in Thailand managing Buriram United. In the last episode, we went through our season review for the end of Season 2. We also moved forward to play against Chain at Hornbill and won the Thai Champions Cup, albeit after extra time, and struggled through that game. So today we're going to look to push on, start the new season, and hopefully get off on the right foot. Before we do that, if you're enjoying the series so far and you want to catch up with everything that might have gone before if you're only joining us at this point, please consider hitting the subscribe button. If you're liking the videos, hit the thumbs up button so it lets us know that we're doing a good job. If you've got any comments that you want to make on the series whatsoever, leave them in the box down below. I'll try and respond to as many as I can. And I look forward to the interactions with as many of you as I can. So, in this episode, we are going to push forwards into Season 3. We are going to play the games against Prachuap, Samut Prakan City, and we're going to begin our Champions League Group F journey against Melbourne Victory. So, with no new signings coming in since the last episode due to the transfer window closing, this is our squad depth for the season ahead. Moanta is quite comfortably our best attacking player across the attacking midfielder left. He is classed as our best striker and also our best right winger, although I personally believe he plays better either in off the left or in off the right. I don't think he's as good as a striker, even though the star rating suggests that may be his best position. I'm not 100% convinced. Sarachat is our main attacking midfielder centre. Our best midfielders are Pwangjan, Sarachat, Jaded, Theatrical's at the bottom there. I mean, I think that Theatrical will play more in the midfield than the likes of Jaded or Sarachat. Jaded is actually a player that we're looking at maybe playing as a forward. He scored quite a lot of goals last season, so fingers crossed he can progress into that role up front maybe. In terms of our defence, Axon Siri is our best left back. Paulo Lima is our best centre back and is also classed as our best right back. Pwangjan, who is also a midfielder, is classed as the second best right back. So maybe we have got a few areas of concern in the defence. Maybe that's one place in the next transfer window we could look to plug gaps. And our best goalkeeper at the club is Mela, who was last season's best signing. So we've covered off the squad depth. We're going to move on into the first game of the season against Prachuap and hopefully start the season on the front foot with 3 points. Okay, so after running through the squad depth, this is going to be the lineup for the opening game of the season. We are going to be playing Mela in goal. Pong Putter's going to cover at left back, as I think Akon Siri is struggling at the moment with an injury. Hearn Viboon, Lima and Selenon complete the defence. We've got Sukaj Makul and Pwangjan in the middle. We've got Sarachat wide left, Theatrical through the middle, Moanta wide right, and Jaded is going to start the season, as I was saying. We view him more as a striker than, I think, a midfielder at this point in the game. So, with that said, that's the lineup. Let's get into the game and see if we can get off to a good start. Okay, so the opening action of the game is a throw-in. The ball's brought into the middle, and we've had a shot from distance that is quite comfortably saved by the goalkeeper, which results in this corner. Theatrical plays it into the middle. It's headed over the bar by Lima. It's a bright start from us, but that is quickly going to turn into some defending, and we are poor at defending the back post. The big free kick comes over, and we find ourselves behind after only 3 minutes in the game. Our defending last season was quite solid. We were one of the better teams defensively in the league, as we had a massive goal difference. We weren't conceding many goals, but that's not great defending from us to start the season. Hopefully it can only get better, and just as we were saying about being behind, we've turned it around almost instantly. Moanta is off the mark for the season. We still haven't been able to resolve issues with him. He is adamant he wants to go and play for a bigger club. I'm hoping that he'll just get his head down and do more things like that, because he's going to be one of the players that we will desperately need when it comes to a Champions League run, and certainly winning this league. So, got a cross that comes in. Jaded picks it up, plays it across into the middle. Theatrical back to Jaded. He's going to try and beat his man. Can't cross the ball, but he does it the second time of asking, and then the goalkeeper makes a fantastic save to keep us out. I was sure we were going to take the lead there, but instead we've got a corner. It's headed clear. It's picked up in the middle by Prangjan. He's now going to look to run out wide, but plays it back into the middle. Theatrical tees up a shot, but that gets blocked. Goes back out wide. Pongputter's now going to beat his man. Cuts the ball back to Theatrical. Plays it back. Nice little interchange of passes before a shot that is hit straight at the goalkeeper. Probably had one or two better options than the shot from distance there, so can't complain though, it wasn't target. Did work the goalkeeper at least. And then Mwanta breaks into the box. He has a wild right-footed shot that goes closer to the corner flag, in honesty. However, in the next highlight, Theatrical swings the ball in, and Sufanat Mwanta has got 2 goals in the opening game of the season. This kid is a wonder kid, I am sure. I was asked a question in the comments about him last season, and I said in that comment that I believe he's a wonder kid. So maybe in other saves, if you've got the Thai leagues loaded, or if he's got the Southeast Asian players loaded, I think he's a player who could play at a bigger club. So he maybe is right to tell us that he wants to move on. But in terms of what I'm trying to do at the club, I'm not letting him go at all unless a massive, massive bid comes in. One thing I did realise in the changeover of seasons is we are actually linked with Borussia Dortmund. So I'm not 100% sure when that came about, whether that's an existing thing from the start that I just missed, or whether it's something that came about in the last season. But if they were to come in, or if they would want to take him off of us, then that probably would be the only destination that I would just let him walk, because they are a club that is linked to us, and maybe we could get something in return there. But at this current moment, he is probably the best player at the club, and I need to do everything that I can to keep him. There is no way I can just let him leave. So into the second half, Pongputter takes the throw in. It's crossed into the box. Jaded has a header. Can't hit the target or even work the goalkeeper. It goes over the bar. And then Prochop now have a throw in. They play it short. They're going to hoof it up the field. It gets intercepted by Lima, who reads that quite easily. Spread the ball out to the right wing. Selenon tries to cross. Can't beat the first man. Theatrical picks it up. Has a shot. It's dipping. Just didn't dip quickly enough. Hits the top of the crossbar and goes out for a goal kick. So more defending to do for us. They try to spread the play, but Mwanta reads that this time. He's now played the ball forward for Jadid, who scores his first goal of the season with a brilliant finish. As soon as the ball was played through from Mwanta, felt pretty confident that Jadid would score. Did take a little gasp because I did think it was going to be pulled back for offside. Must have timed that run to perfection because the ball is in the back of the net. It's not pulled back. And we have gone from 1-0 down to 3-1 up. As I was saying before, I think our domestic football we've got wrapped up. And I do think that it might hold us back a little bit, that we can turn up and win games at a canter. Because in the Champions League, even though we got to the semi-finals last season, we did struggle when it come to the crunch against Jiangsu. When we went to China, there was just nothing in the team, and that disappointing performance that we put in just hopefully won't happen this season. Brought in better players and tried to pack the squad out with local players who are in the national team, and then just hoping that once the 2 South Americans come in July of 2022, it'll give us building blocks. I mean, we're going to have problems again with the foreign players, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So, we start the season off with a 3-1 win. As I said, we come from behind, play some decent football, and once Mwanta had got his 2, Jidid was always going to score his chance. So it's a great start to the season. We look forward to pushing on now into the next game. Okay, so after that positive start to the league campaign, this is going to be the lineup for the second game of the season, which is Samet Prakan City. We've had a few little changes in and around the squad. So we've got Mele in goal. Akansiri comes back in at left back. Leoa plays alongside Lima at centre back. Selenon continues playing at right back. Pwangjan and Sujak Kunamal play in the middle. Sarachat wide left. Mwanta wide right. JD drops back to play as the attacking midfielder in place of Theatrical, and Dayang Fan is going to start up front. He's a young centre forward who we signed during the off season with the hopes of building him into quite a striker. So there's the lineup. Let's get into the second match. Okay, so it's been an absolutely uneventful first 15-16 minutes of the game. Not a lot happened at all. Neither team managing to get a grip on the game. But we have a corner. It's played in and across the box. It comes through to Sarachat. He had a shot straight at the goalkeeper, which was parried away. It's not very good when you half an hour into a game. We only had 4 shots, one which has been on target. This is not a performance that is inspiring at all. Samet Prakan City seem to have come with a plan to maybe stifle us, and it seems to be working so far. It's by far the fewest amount of shots I think I've seen us have in a first half of a game. Maybe some of the changes that we made didn't have a good effect on the team, but I guess got the second half to work that out. Got defending to do though. Samet Prakan City tried to play the ball into the box. It's cleared away. Jaded out to Akansiri. Plays it to Sarachat. Going to turn but get dispossessed. Now Samet Prakan City try the ball over the top. Lima cuts it out. Jaded look a bit lethargic in the middle of the park until Mwanta gets the ball. Bursts forwards. Can't beat his man. Selenon gets it. Lays it back to Mwanta. Plays it to Jaded. There's a cross or a shot there. Not sure which that was, but it breaks to Selenon, who doesn't do much with it, and then it breaks out for a long distance shot that loops up, hits off the top of the crossbar, and that is the closest we've been in the second half to anything happening. And with 65 minutes on the clock, we are going to have to make changes, because this just does not look like we are the same team that played in the last game. So I think Al Forzan can come on in place of Pwangjan. I'm going to put Jaded up front and drop Dang Fan back into the middle, and then replace him with Faisal Zayed. See if some of the wiser heads can't get us a few opportunities in this remaining 20 minutes. Because if Samet Prakan City have come with a plan to stifle us, it really is working. Because nothing is happening at all. This game has just flown by. Nothing seems to have changed. And in an uneventful game, goes all the way through for a 0-0 draw. I guess you can't batter every team. We had 10 shots. We had 4 on target. Next year of 0.62. Nothing we could do to break them down. As you can see by their formation, they literally came with 10 men behind the ball and a striker. It was on us to break them down. We couldn't do it, but hopefully we can change that in the next game, which will be the Champions League against Melbourne. Victory. And we look forward to seeing what we can do. Okay, so after that uneventful game against Samet Prakan City, we have shuffled the pack a little bit once again. We're going to start with this lineup of Mele in goal, Akansiri at left back, Boom and Lima at centre back, Selenon at right back. We're going to put Faisal Zayed and Pwangjan in the middle, Sarachat wide left, Theatrical play behind Jaded, who goes back to being striker, and Mwanta will start. wide right. Hopefully there won't be any hangover from the last game where we huffed and puffed a little bit and kind of struggled against a team that was well organised, and we really want to get 3 points on the board straight away so we can be progressing into the next phase of the Champions League without any hiccups. Okay, so the game is off and running and we have the ball straight from the kickoff. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper and then played back towards the halfway line. Theatrical picks it up and plays it out to Selenon. Tries the ball into the box, but Wanta's never going to get onto that. Bit of a wasteful pass. Let's see what Melbourne Victory's goalkeeper is going to do with this. Pumps it long, goes straight to Hervey Boom. Melee, Lima, and then plays it out wide to Mwanta. Kwang Jan picks it up. Nice touches here. A lot of players getting involved in the attack. Selenon gets in, can't get the cross away. Wanta picks it up, plays it back to Theatrical, who guides his left-footed shot past the goalkeeper into the far right-hand side of the goal. And that is a perfect start in a Champions League game. That was just what we were looking for. Mwanta gets his head up, sees his options, and Theatrical knows what he wants to do. Goalkeeper's got no chance. As soon as it left his foot, it was in the back of the net. And those are the kinds of finishes that you love to see, because you just know that the goalkeeper just couldn't do anything about it. He's picked his spot. It's a fantastic start. So, other than that first highlight in the first minute, the game has now just took a pattern of flying by, just like the last game. I hope that this is something that isn't going to last across the season, because I was really hoping we would be creating a lot more in these games. But I can't complain at half time. We've only had the one shot on target in the half, and Theatrical managed to find the bottom corner. So maybe if we win 1-0, you get 3 points. If we win 7-0, you get 3 points. Shouldn't really complain about the score. We're just got to be concerned about winning the game, which now Pwangjan gets caught in possession, and Callum McManaman, who's still playing for Melbourne Victory in Season 3, pinches it off him, tries to work it into the box but can't. Sarachat now wins the 50-50 ball, bearing down on goal, checks, nobody in the box, tried a left-footed shot, cross, kind of didn't come to anything. Only he knows which of the two he was aiming for. I think we might have a go at switching things around, see if we can't get some fresh legs in. We are going to bring Rongareng on, who is another young player, give him some Champions League experience, and we are going to put Suksum up front, who is a signing that really we should be looking to work into the team, because that's what we bought him in for. As a high-profile Thai international, probably should be playing him more because he will become unsettled, I presume. But just like the last game, we are not creating too much, and we've actually given a throw-in away in our own half. Comes to nothing. Suksum's now got the ball. He's running at his man. The angle's quite wide. Tries to beat the goalkeeper from that angle. I don't know if the goalkeeper even got a touch, and it goes again closer to the corner flag than the goal, and Melbourne Victory get away with it there. We might have one last highlight in the game. There's going to be 3 minutes added on after this. The ball's up over the top. Suksum's in behind, beats his man, and the goalkeeper makes a fantastic save. And that was a much better effort than the previous one. However, we're going to get the ball again. It's played to Lima, plays it out wide to Mwanta, takes a touch, cuts inside, lays it back off to Pwangjan, plays it out to Selenon. Instead of trying to beat the man, he cuts inside, has a cross or a shot that gets blocked, and we're working it around quite nice here. Akan Siri's got the ball. Pwangjan out wide to Selenon, who just runs it out of play, and hopefully that was a bit of time wasting tactics. And indeed it was. We get a 1-0 win. Not too inspiring of a game, just like the last one. I don't know whether there's something going on with team morale or something happening with the way the players are gelling, the new players have come in maybe, or I don't know, but it's something we're going to try and work out off of the camera, see if we can't pick the form up and then come back later on into the season, maybe around the turn of the Champions League games, maybe at the end of the group stage. We'll see where we're at, and fingers crossed we'll continue this league run that we've been on, where we haven't lost a league game for the 2 seasons that we've been at the club. So all to play for in the coming videos. So again, if you've liked that, please hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date with everything that goes on in this save. If you're interested in following my other save, I have the Woodgate Valley FC story, which is Valley Deep Mountain High. You can check the playlist out on the channel. If you liked today's video, hit the thumbs up. And until the next one, stay safe. I'll see you soon.